Hello there folks, and welcome back to another Wisdom Shorts video. This time a video related to a topic called fear and a famous quote by Lao Tzu which says something like fear is an illusion. Now the topic of this video is to simply break this point because, well, I feel it is, I actually will take it as a personal objective, let's say, to break things down to the minutest of details and show people that whatever they've been thinking about and accepting, the programming of others and quotes that they have been accepting from others, they are more or less not necessarily correct, because everyone has to interpret their own things, not just blindly follow what some people say. Is Lao Tzu actually correct or wrong? Well, I cannot say that he is correct, neither wrong, in a way, because fear is not an illusion. Fear is entirely real. Okay, the way the mind is led to interpret things, that is what can be illusionary. Okay, it can be delusionary or such. But the point about fear is that fear is the most powerful instinct. Okay, it is basically a reaction actually to a certain stimuli or a set of stimuli actually. So if it is a stimulus or several stimuli that can trigger fear, that is the most powerful reaction your body has. So how can you be that dummy and say that fear is an illusion? Okay, what Lao Tzu wanted to say, and well, when you translate things from a language to another, it's easy to lose some of the sense. The point is, what you wanted to say is basically, hey, fear is not an illusion, okay? The way you interpret things because of fear, most likely those are illusions, okay? They can be delusionary, okay? Now let's actually dive a bit into this. What you experience in your life, okay? Everything that we experience in life, that definitely is real. Of course, we have been programmed to doubt ourselves because, well, to put it straight, we cannot be controlled otherwise by narcissistic folks and sociopathic folks because, well, society kind of stinks of them. And not necessarily fully fledged, okay, but there are a lot of such traits in each and every one of us because that's most likely what we pick from society, from people and parents, friends, and the such, okay, even when we are children. And as things develop, probably you're gonna catch on those more and more. Now, most of the fears that you have are not necessarily yours. Okay, you have taken them from others, and your mind is just an engine of creation. It can only create based on what you feed it with. So if you feed it only fear day in, day out, and you watch only the media, don't be surprised if your mind only produces fear, right? And worse than that, most likely you have an untrained mind, because only an untrained mind focuses on things that don't serve it necessarily, okay? And with untrained minds, these people who are fully unconscious, okay, and prefer living in and sleeping, right, and living the life of ignorance, okay, and enjoying the comfort that ignorance provides, because everything is so good when things are done to you, okay, and for you, instead of taking responsibility to do things. Well, such people will always live in fear and anxiety and worry because they are not doing the right things. That's why anxiety exists. Now, with the case of fear, everything that you feel, everything that you perceive is real. Even if it is not your fear, okay, it is real that you perceived it, okay? Because fear is the most powerful reaction of the body, okay? It is something that is triggered at the level of each and every one cell of your body. If you don't believe me, well, look at animals. Why do you think animals have so keen senses? Why do you think their senses are so sharp and their reactions are so good? Because survival is the most important thing for them. Do you think that when animals get afraid of something, it is an illusion? Well, it might be in a way, but I assure you that it definitely isn't. Look at a cat. If a cat gets afraid of you, do you think that that fear is an illusion? No, it is a natural reaction because you are a much greater organism than it. And of course, cats can also perceive your auric field. They can also perceive the wave of emotions that you put out. So guess what? That can be really disturbing to a cat. But of course, most people are very simple and, simpletons will always perceive, cats are just dumb animals, and animals are just dumb. We just come up with all these ideas that we humans are superior. Yes, the human body is indeed much superior to that of animals because it is much more capable of perceiving advanced things, but it doesn't mean that you're superior to animals, because most people don't even think. They don't even use the brain at the, let's say, 10% of the capacity that it can be used at, and well, they still consider themselves superior to animals. Even if you catch a glimpse of a ghost, it is real because, well, you caught a glimpse of it, okay? You perceived it. But again, there is psychiatry, there are all sorts of things that disallow you from trusting in such things, because to a certain point it is also a good thing. Because if you let anyone start, interpreting that they've seen ghosts, and untrained minds easily start thinking that, hey, I've seen a ghost, I have superpowers, or people freak out. It's in a way good to disallow such things, but people have to understand that any such perception, even metaphysical perceptions, they are real. Everything you have perceived in your life is real. If you don't believe fear is real, well, think about the cases of desperation. Is the Stockholm Syndrome an illusion? No, it is a way the mind reacts to fear. Yes, it might overreact, but believe me, when people get, death threatened, okay, and it's been seen, especially in bank raids, okay, when a bank is being, when a bank rob happens, okay, people there can actually freak out. It is a natural reaction. And of course, an untrained mind will freak out even more. Probably even trained minds can freak out a lot depending on the certain situation, and the mind can always start, over processing. And some people might end up, flirting or enjoying the company of their torturer, but that's just a reaction of the mind. Do you think that Stockholm syndrome is an illusion? No, it is not an illusion. Okay? They are doing that. That mind is performing that way because it wants to survive. It is a survival instinct. It is a survival mechanism. It is hard coded within you. It is not an illusion. Okay? The fact that the mind can imagine the fact that, if you side yourself with your torturer, okay, and you do their bidding, things will be much better for you. There is a certain grain of truth in this also. So definitely not an illusion. Okay, so be very careful what you believe and how much you believe in things. Take things into your own hands, do your own research, become introspective to see how things occur, okay, and how you perceive things. Because if you don't stand for anything, okay, you will easily fall for whatever other people will feed you with. So all this being said, you are loved and appreciated. Take care of yourselves, become more introspective, and see that everything that you seek, well, is definitely within you, and you will have to perceive it and welcome it through your own perceptions. Okay, so all this being said, you are loved and appreciated. Stay awesome, take care of yourselves. Ferenc Board signing out.